At the beginning of the war in 1939, many women registered for voluntary work with organisations such as the Women's Voluntary Service, or WVS. By 1941, industry was so short of workers that the British government took the important step of conscripting unmarried women into war work. Within 2 years, over 57% of workers were female. By 1943, 9 out of 10 single women were doing war work. Many married women also took on part-time or full-time jobs. Some women worked in factories producing machinery vital for the war effort, such as tanks, planes and ships. Women who worked in dangerous conditions, such as in the munitions industry, were paid higher wages. The BBC broadcast the popular programme Music While You Work to encourage productivity in the factories and to keep wartime spirits high. Good quality, affordable and, importantly, unrationed food was provided in factory canteens, and many women enjoyed their new independence. Although they were often paid a lot less than men doing the same job, many women were grateful to be given the opportunity to work and to be paid better than before the war. There was a similar shortage of workers on the land. Just under 80,000 women joined the Women's Land Army and became known as land girls. Many women travelled the country helping farmers by haymaking, ploughing, harvesting and looking after the animals. Their efforts were vital in keeping the country from starvation, with an extra 11 million hectares of land given over to farming during the course of the war. Some women were conscripted into the armed forces. Organisations such as the Women's Auxiliary Air Force, the WAAF, or the Women's Royal Naval Service, the WRNS, nicknamed the Wrens, gave women jobs operating searchlights or acting as radar controllers. Women pilots were sometimes used to transfer planes from factories to airfields around the country. By 1944 there were over 450,000 women working in the armed services. Despite this, traditional attitudes towards women remained and equality was still far off. Although women played a very important role on the home front, they made limited gains in terms of job opportunities and their social position. After the war, most were expected to give up their jobs and return to their pre-war employment or settle for marriage and the roles of mother and housewife.